Hey, I'm Connor Nielsen of CS Reviews. You know what I really love? A good movie. And I am Spencer Nielsen of CS Reviews, and I do not have a catchphrase. Okay, today's movie is Disney Pixar's Cars 2, follow-up to the 2006 Pixar movie Cars. And recently this movie has been getting crushed by Pixar fans and critics everywhere. And is it really that bad? Let's find out. Alright, the story is, it starts off with Michael Caine playing a spy car named Finn McMissile. Okay, right off the bat, that is awesome. And he is trying to find out who's behind this dastardly plot to undermine this alternative fuel source called Owen, which is now the official sponsor fuel of the first annual World Grand Prix, which Lightning McQueen is a part of because Mater got him into it because he thinks that he's better than the reigning champion, Francesco Bertoli, or was it? Bellini. Bellini. It sounds like a Godfather name, whatever. Yeah. So, and then while they're in Japan, the Michael Caine and his and then his assistant who's helping him out, who's not yet a field agent, her name's Holly Shiftwell. That doesn't sound like an Austin Powers name. And then he tells her to go find an American agent somewhere in this spectating arena, and then she thinks it's Mater, because he gets mixed up into it, and so he has to help save the day. And that's really all the premise is. Yeah. Believe it or not, I have cons with this movie, and I have pros. It's a Pixar movie. Usually I have, like, no cons at all. But, yeah. Cars 2. It has pros, and it has cons. A pro, once again, is Pixar. The animation is like 5 times better than any other animation studio out there. Obviously, I think the animation is beautiful, as always. I think that the voice acting is good. I especially like Michael Caine. I think he's a highlight of this movie. And I like the action sequences. I really like animated action sequences. For example, Megamind. Those action sequences were great. And the action sequences in Cars 2 were also great. I think I like the story. A lot of people don't like the story. I thought it was entertaining. I liked it. It was very fun, very exciting. I mean, I grew up on James Bond, and to see it kind of play like a Pixar Cars movie, sort of look like a James Bond, I like that a lot. And I think that it is more for kids, but I mean, Pixar makes movies that everybody loves, and this is more of a movie that kids will love and everyone else will just like. And I just liked this movie. I didn't really like it. I didn't love it. I just liked it. I think it was good, not great. And the cons with this movie were, well, Mater. I mean, he was a good supporting character. He's funny at times, but over the course, he's just your typical lovable idiot. And I mean, when they give Larry Cable Guy free reign, and they gave Mater shtick shift, where, you know, they give Larry the Cable Guy to do his shtick whenever he wants to, wherever he wants to, as long as it doesn't interfere with the script. And if anyone else has that joke, I'm sorry, I probably sound like the biggest copycat ever. But yeah, shtick shift, not really the best idea for Larry the Cable Guy to be Mater. And I did think he got really annoying when he got going. Like, oh yeah, oh I gotta go, oh yeah, Mater is there, oh yeah, it got on my nerves. And but there are funny written jokes. There's also a mystery in this movie, and it was fun. It wasn't hard. It was just a fun mystery. It's predictable, but it's fun. Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy was a kind of a problem for me. I did think it followed a lot of cliches, and I did think that the emotional parts, where it's trying to, you know, pull at your heartstrings, fell flat. Especially because it all involves Mater, and Larry the Cable Guy can't do drama. I mean, he's like, oh, Lightning, you're the best, and I'm sorry I had to do this. I mean, like, in the first Cars movie goes, my best friend, and it part kind of goes, oh, that's, you know, kind of tugs at your heartstrings, like, a little bit, you know, and the thing about that is, like, it's kind of wooden, but it kind of feels sincere, and this part doesn't feel sincere, it's just, I'm doing drama right now, but in a couple minutes we're gonna do stick shave. And I thought that it did fall into a little cliches, but I did like that it had good morals, but you can find a good moral anywhere in an animated movie nowadays. I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I liked it, didn't love it, I thought it was good, not great. And I liked it about as much as I liked Iron Man 2.
Yeah. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10 too. I really like that the enemy agency is a big meeting of AMC Pacers, which have to be the ugliest cars in the world, and then the runner-up for the ugliest car in the world, the AMC Gremlin. And it's just pretty much a bunch of ugly cars trying to get back at the world, for one, being hideous cars, and two, breaking down all the time. And I thought it was really funny how this is on my tongue a second ago. Anyway, I'll get back to that. I've once again made or shtick shift, and that sounds like another catchphrase. I thought that a couple of his written jokes were actually very funny. Like, I really liked part where he gets a computer because he works for a secret agency now. That he says, well, son of a gun, and then, you know, these two guns pop out of him, he's like, whoa, shoot, and they start shooting, and he goes, what, I didn't mean that shoot, there's a different kind of shoot, and then a parachute comes out of him, and he's like, whoa, I was laughing out loud at that part, as was everyone else in the movie theater. It was kind of deserted, though.
I mean, that was a crowded matinee. I've never been in a matinee that had that many people there.
A crowded matinee, yeah, that was pretty funny.
Talk about an oxymoron.
Yeah. And then, I thought it was also really funny that the MI6, there's a MI6 car agency, there's Holly Shiftwell, who's the assistant and love interest for Mater, which was kind of cliche. But, if they're referencing to an Austin Powers movie, you know, Holly Shagwell from The Spy Who Shagged Me, if they're referencing to that, why didn't they make Michael Caine, who played Austin Powers' dad, why didn't they make him a Mini Cooper, you know, the car that they drive in Austin Powers 3? Yeah, I thought that would have been pretty clever, but, you know, copyright stuff.
And you mentioned that, you know, it's a whole bunch of gremlins and pacers. I would have loved to see if they put the Mirthmobile in there. If you haven't seen Winners, we'll check it out, but if they put the Mirthmobile in it, that would have made my day. I mean, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been pretty cool. But, yeah, 7.5 out of 10?
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it's a very off-the-wall, different kind of Pixar movie. For me, it still feels like a Pixar movie. For a lot of other people, it didn't. Definitely take the kids to go see it. They like it just fine. You might like it or not like it, but I liked it. So, yeah, I'm Connor Nielsen. I'm signing out.
I'm Spencer Nielsen of CS Reviews, and I do not have an ending catchphrase either.